to hit it. So it's just,
Really?
yeah, it's just,
You want?
good.
I'll show you my backhand. You're a good time.
Alright, key elements in the backhand. Let's watch backhand slow motion. Off a drop and hit. First element, load the racket. Look at my shoulder turn. Look at my hips and my knees. My hips turn to the court and my knee is bent. The weight's on my back foot and it's transferred to my right foot. I drop the ball, transfer weight to my hand. Notice my elbow is very firm, slightly bent. My knee is bent and my hip starts to open into the shot. Okay, it's really important to keep your knees bent, because if your knees are bent, then your weight transfers forward and your racket swing is on the same plane. But if your knee comes up, then your plane shifts. You actually come up, right? Note the follow through. Look at that follow through I have. That's the hardest thing to teach them, is that full follow through. See, I'm straight. Look where my shoulder's pointing. My body is straight. Leave the left arm back. Knee is still slightly bent. Hip is open. But there's a straight line through me. I'm standing up straight and my arm just rotates through that pivot point. Okay? Do the go swing. When you do the go swing, you can see my contact point and my swing. My head still, look at the racket angle. See how the hand comes right through and the racket stays right through the whole shot? Okay? Even on the practice swing, you can still see my backhand swing. And the key is keeping your head still. If your head comes up, the ball will go up. The racket will go up. Okay, your body will come up. If your body comes up, the ball will go down. You hit the ball into the ground. Okay, and drop it and hit it. Now let's take a different angle. This is the back view of my backhand. Let's do the front view. And the reason we do the front view is it's comparison. Okay, note the shoulder. Look at the hip. See, my knees are bent. But that hip turn is something you need to learn how to do also, because hitting the one-hand backhand is very technical. You have to load your body to hit the one-hand backhand. It has to be a total transfer of all your body weight and your hip rotation and your kinetic chain into the ball to hit a good one-handed backhand. You can't muscle a one-handed backhand. The muscles aren't strong enough. Look at my racket and hand angle on the ball. See how straight I am too? Okay, and look at my elbow on my right hand is still straight. Okay, shoulder points to your target. The rest of my body is very still. It looks the same. It's just the racket arm coming through the ball. And that's the key. You have to make sure that you are making a square impact, and look at the follow through. That's the hardest part to teach them, is that follow through. Like you're throwing a frisbee. Make sure your elbow's locked. Look at the hand and the racket angle. Okay? Teaching your opponents to do your students to do this is very difficult. It takes a long time to learn how to do this swing and through the ball. Keeping your arm straight and having the racket come right through the ball, flat and square. Now go to a live ball situation. And note same things, right? Knee bent, shoulder bent. You're going to lock and load, uncoil with the hips, and let your arms swing through the shot. I like to hit with my students, because when I hit with my students, they tend to mimic my stroke. When you go live ball, though, everything changes. You remember, it's drop and hit, pitch and hit, feed and hit, and then live ball. Because once you go to live ball, you can't control the circumstances of the point.